Hello, my gardening friends. My name is Rebecca Ridley, and I am one of your local Central Alabama master gardeners. Today, we will be repotting my Thanksgiving cactus. Of course, on the tag, it's been called a Christmas cactus, but we know that it's a Thanksgiving cactus because the leaves have very sharp, pointed nodes on them. A Christmas cactus will have a rounded node. These little points right here are what I'm referring to. Now, we know that these cacti are ready to be repotted because they have become hydrophobic and root bound in their pots. And these are the same pots that they were in when we purchased them at the local Aldi grocery store around Christmas time. Some people may not realize that this is not a true cactus. This is really a succulent. So when I choose my soil, I'm going to do a mixture of both cacti soil and regular potting soil. This will help prevent the hydrophobia that we're talking about when the soil will no longer absorb water and will help prevent this plant from drying out. So we're going to start by adding our cactus and palm citrus soil. And then I'm going to add 1 scoop of the regular potting soil. You want to make sure that you start with moistened soil so that it will receive the water readily when you get finished with your planting and water it in. And you just want enough moisture in the soil so that it lightly stays together in clumps like this, but no water is coming out of the soil. Now I'm going to remove the pot, and you can see how dry this exact soil is. So I'm going to loosen the root ball. And you'll notice that I've chosen a pot that's about 1 inch or 2 bigger than the existing pot. These type of plants like to remain root bound, so you don't want your new pot to be very large. Now, I do not put gravel in the bottom of any of my pots. And the reason I do that is because it allows the water sponge to remain further away from the roots. Whenever you water soil, you're always going to have a certain percentage of the lower level of the soil that will act like a sponge and hold on to moisture. So if you put rocks in the bottom, that brings that moisture level up even closer to the root ball, which can cause rot. So you won't see me adding any pebbles to the bottom of my pot. If anything, if I think the soil's going to fall through, but this hole isn't that big, I might put a piece of mesh or just a couple of rocks or broken pottery just to keep the soil in. But that's unnecessary in this pot. And I like to keep my pots, my plants, just level or just below the top of the pot. So I have a little too much soil in this. I'm going to take a little out and then pop it back in. And this will prevent the water from overrunning the edges of the pot when I water each time. And you'll notice that I'm really pressing the soil in to prevent air pockets. And there you can see that we have a little lip of the pot left that will retain any water when we water later. here we have our newly potted Thanksgiving cactus. This guy should really perk up over the next couple of days. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel and follow.